Hello friends, this will be tutorial number 66 in this C++ programming course. In this tutorial we will continue with inheritance, and we will use protected members here. I will show you how to work with protected members. Let's quickly create one project. We will call the project inheritance 03. Okay, we have created our project. It is here is our main file with hello world application. And now what we want to do, we want to calculate the base area and the entire area of the cuboid using inheritance. And first we will create a base class which will be a rectangle. Let's create a class. The name of the class will be rectangle without destructor. And first let's copy this IO stream and namespace standard. Let's paste it here in the CPP file, and this namespace standard I will copy and paste in rectangle.h file. And this rectangle will have two protected. Now we will use protected members. It will have width and length. We will have two protected double variables, protected double members. It will be double A and double B. And we will use this double A and double B as a constructor. And we will not create set. We will only need here. We will need just get functions. Let's create double get A. We will need double get B function, and we will need area, which will be base area function, which will be the area of the rectangle. Now let's go to the CPP file and let's define the constructor. Constructor will be parameterized with two members, double A and double B, and we will simply write, we will use this keyword. This A, as you can see now, it has a blue color because members are protected, and this B equals to B. Now let's define get functions. Get A, it will return A. Now we will need get B function to define it. Rectangle get B, it will return B. And let's define base area function, double rectangle base area, and it will return area of the rectangle, which will be return A multiplied with B. I think this should be okay. Now let's go to the main file and let's just build and run to see if everything works properly. Okay, hello world works fine. And now let's create a cuboid class, which will be derived class of the class rectangle. Let's create file, new class. The name of the class will be Cuboid. we will include it in our project. And first, in rectangle CPP, which is the base class, we need to include derived class, which is Cuboid. And in Cuboid.age we will include base class. And here we will write two dots and public rectangle. Okay, now Cuboid is extending our base class rectangle, and it can have one private member, one side which will be C, double C, which will be private member. It can be also protected, but it doesn't matter, it can be private because we will not extend this class anymore. And here in the Cuboid, Cuboid will have three parameters: double A, double B, and double C. And let's create a getC function. We will just need get function, we will not need set function, and we will need area function. We want to calculate the area of the cuboid, which is okay. And now let's go define it. Let's define the constructor double A, double B, and double C. And we need two dots, rectangle A and B. Now we don't have set functions now, but let's go back to the rectangle class. It has two protected members, double A and double B. What protected members can do? Okay, we cannot use them like private members. As you already know, public members we can use in our main function outside this class. And protected members and private we cannot use. The same thing, we cannot use them in the main function. You already know that we cannot use private members in the main function, and also we cannot use protected members. But one difference is we can use protected members in the derived class, and that we will gonna do now. And this means that we can use this keyword, this A will be equals to A, this B equals to B, and this C will be equals to C. We can use protected members A and B here in the derived class. That's the characteristic of the protected member. Now let's define a getC and area function, double cuboid. Let's define getC function. It will return C, and now let's define area function, and we need to use a formula to calculate the area of the cuboid. We need to return it will be 2 multiplied with A multiplied with B plus 2 multiplied with A multiplied with C and plus 2 multiplied with B multiplied with C. This is the formula to calculate area of the cuboid, and now we can run this main application, this hello world, to see if we have some errors. I think that we don't have errors. And now in the main file we need to include based and derived class. First we will include rectangle, and we will include cuboid. And we will delete this hello world, we don't need it. And let's create three variables, double A, B and C. And we need some text. Enter the three sides of the cuboid and line, and let's continue. Side A, we will input variable A, now we need side B, we will input B, side C, and we will input C. And now we need to create a cuboid, new cuboid object, cuboid. We will call it C1 with pointer equals to new cuboid, and as a parameters we will use A, B and C. Our cuboid object has been created, and now we need we will just write side A and let's write C1, but I just want to show you we will just use A. I just want to show you how it will work. Side B, we are trying to use protected members in the main function. Side C, as we already know, we cannot use private member. We need to use getC function. Let's use and line. And let's write area of the base, and let's write C1. We need base area function and line, and we need area of the entire cuboid. Let's use C1 and let's use area function, and let's write end line. And here we can just write before displaying sides. Cuboid has been entered. End line, and we will just use /n to separate. And now we will see if this will work. I think it will not work. Okay, here we forgot to include cuboid.age. That's the error, but as you can see now, we cannot use it will not work because we used protected member in our main file. This means, as I already explained you, like a private member, we cannot use protected member in our main file. Protected member from the base class, it can be used only in the derived class. It cannot be used outside the derived class. And for that, the same thing like here where we use a, we need to use getA function, and here instead of b we need to use getB function, and I think it will work properly now. Let me build and run this to see how it will gonna work. Okay, enter the 3 sides of the cuboid. Okay, side A will be 1.2, side B will be 2.3, and side C will be 3.4. And as you can see, cuboid has been entered. Side A is 1.2, side B 2.3, side C is 3.4. Area of the base is 2.76. It is the area of the rectangle. It is A multiplied with B. And we have area of the entire cuboid, which is 29.32. As you can see, this works perfectly fine. And I really hope that you understand now the difference between private and protected members. Of course, you can use both, depending of you. If you like more, or when you need to use a private, you can use a private member. For the private member, you need to have set functions. Of course, so you can use set functions when you have a protected members, but we don't need them now, and we didn't use them now. But as you can see, it works perfectly fine with both ways. When you need protected, use protected. When you need a private member, use a private member. I really hope. But just one more thing. The only thing that we forgot. We need, when we don't need this cuboid anymore, this C1, we can delete it from the memory, and of course it will work the same. Okay, it can be 3.4, 2.4, and size C will be 5. And as you can see, here is the area. We have all of these 3 sides, area of the base and area of the entire cuboid, which works perfectly fine. Of course, we are using this delete to when we don't need this object anymore, we need to delete it from the memory. It is recommended. I really hope that you understand this. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. You have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next tutorial.